It's story time. Worry. Nowadays, we all have something in common, and that is the struggle about worry. It is because of the news, the things that we hear from family members, from friends, or even neighbors. As you open social media or even the television, you would see all sorts of things that would turn your stomach upside down. And it cannot be denied, we worry. We are afraid. What is tomorrow gonna be? What would happen like 5 years from now? Where will I be? Or is my health going to be okay? When will I die? All sorts of questions do come into our thoughts nowadays. But what do we remember when facing those kind of situations? How do we avoid or how do we strengthen ourselves? Now, here are some suggestions that would help us, especially during the times wherein we worry. We worry about everything. Okay? Number one is admit. Admit that you are in need. In need of what? Peace. Admit that you are in need of God. Because we hate to say this, but it is true. At times, we really are stubborn. When in fact, the Word of God already says in Philippians, do not worry about anything, but pray about everything. But the thing is, we hardly pray. Number two, a change of focus. When we encounter problems, instead of looking to God, we tend to look at the bigness of our problem. We tend to forget the many times of how God has been there for us and saved us and provided our needs. So we need to have a change of focus. Stop focusing on the bigness of your need and focus on the greatness of your God. Try to think of it this way. Would you be able to reach this time if it weren't for God? Next, surrender. We cannot do this on our own. No matter how intelligent we may think we are, that we have this figured out, no, we don't. And God is the only one in control. That is why over and over again, we are admonished, even in the book of John. Jesus said, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In verse 27 of John 14, it says there, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Do not let your heart be troubled. Why the heart? Because when your heart is in trouble, you cannot concentrate. It affects the mind, it affects the totality of our being. So right now, if you think you are afraid of something, what should you do then? Well, identify. What are you afraid of? Or if you're having mixed emotions, what is the cause of my mixed emotions? Why am I feeling this way? So as you have identified it, you have admitted it, that you have a need of God, then it's time to pray. Lord, I come to you because I don't know what else to do. But you are my first priority, so I surrender this to you. You know what? The best prayer that we could ever say is help. And God has already promised that when we come to Him, come to me in Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary. Are you tired of carrying that problem? And heavy laden, and what would happen? I will give you rest. I know you may not be used to doing this, but as of this time, I really want to encourage you that when facing tough situations in our life, the best and only choice that we could do is call on God. Because He promised in Hebrews 13:5, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So what? I hope it helps, especially right now when you think everything is falling apart. Do not be afraid. God is with you.